Welcome, dear viewers, to Couch Warrior TV on YouTube. I'm the Couch Warrior, and you are watching The Passage, Skyrim SE Let's Play, featuring Ettient Jorel, the Altmer Ranger. Well, Ettient came back after a very long night. Got some extra sleep. Now again, we got up very early in the morning and we infiltrated Mistvale Keep, had our conversation with the Jarl. We retrieved the key without anyone else's knowledge, and we have that key in our possession. The last few days, Etienne's sleep schedule has been very strange, as he's been operating a lot at night and catching sleep whenever he can. So he was pretty exhausted. He came back here, got 8 hours, and Ettient is having an issue with this bed. He doesn't like it. So he's made the bed, and the bed is remaining untouched, and he's elected to sleep on a bedroll on the floor because the bed is not comfortable for him. He doesn't like it. So that's why the bedroll is out, but we'll at least pack it up. That seems like something he would do. Now it is sunset, and we're waiting for the appropriate time to execute the next phase of our mission. So it is time to gear up and get our plans in motion. So this is going to be a night mission. Just going to make sure that we have everything we need here. Okay, now we're going to proceed to put away the stuff that we don't really need. So, store that. Okay, leather backpack comes with us. The bandolier. Stored. Okay. All right. So we can gear up now. Okay, so somewhere in here we've got... Yeah, that's what we need, the hood. Forgot the hood. Can't forget the hood. I love the hood. All right. Looks like good nighttime operation gear. It's time for lights out. There's our target right there. Now, it's essential, since we've only got one entrance in and out, it's essential that we have surprise on those who might be inside. But also important is to make sure that we're not observed by anyone on the outside. And as Ettient is thinking about it, it becomes pretty obvious that it's no accident that Maul is positioned where he is. He's obviously watching all the approaches to the warehouse. There's really one approach to the warehouse that he's focused on, and that's somebody approaching across the docks. And it stands to reason that he is there as a lookout for the skooma operation, which we know to belong to Maven at this point. So in order to get this done, we're going to have to get wet, and we're going to approach from the water and try to come up on the entrance from that side where we're not seen by Maul. But that is going to require some time in order for us to get into position, because we have to make a wide arc around the city in order to get there, or else we need to find a spot where we can, after dark, slip into the water and make a swim into that position. And if we already know we're going to get wet anyway, that's probably our best option. Ettient knows that making the trek all the way around the city is going to take extra time, but also increase the likelihood that we're going to be spotted. So, all right, so this is going to be a late night thing. So it's 8 p.m. now. Let's see, 9. If we wait 5 hours, it's going to put us at about 1 o'clock in the morning. Which should be enough time for us to get into position. Okay, let's go this way. Docks seem pretty empty. There's that crazy Argonian making a lap around there. We'll wait till she's around the corner and make a break for the boat over here. And then we're going to see if we can travel underneath the pier. Hold your breath. Hold your breath as long as you can. Okay, Maul is there. Down we go. Right here. This is the spot. Okay, that light is a nightmare, but there's not much we can do about it. All right. Now, the other thing that we have to be very aware of is none of the gear that we're wearing right now is enchanted. So, while we've got gear that helps us blend in with our surroundings, we don't have gear that's going to enhance our combat abilities in any way, especially with a bow. So, we're going to go in with daggers. All right, here we go.
Hey! Someone there? What was that?
Etienne got the job done very efficiently, very quickly. They didn't know what hit them. But more importantly, is the revelation to him that he just did something with his voice akin to what he had done a few days ago, but very different. Something he didn't know that he could do. He threw his voice. He thought about it, and it just happened. Where did the thought come from? How did he recognize that it was even a possibility, let alone execute it? His mind would absolutely be spinning with it right now, trying to understand what he just accomplished. And he would be completely unsure what it means. He just knows that he's able to do it. But right now he's setting about his task. He's taking the opportunity as well to relieve the warehouse of any food that might be of use to him. Shipment's ready. What's this? Sarthus. Just got in a shipment of moon sugar from Morrowind. We're refining it now, and the skooma should be ready by the time you get to Crag's Lane Cavern. Bring the gold, or don't show up at all. Kilnir. Crag's Lane. The name Crag's Lane appears again. The letter also supports the letter from Sarthus that we read earlier, addressed to Maven. Complaining about the scarcity of moon sugar. Crag's Lane is a name we've seen associated with the Pit Wolves. After Bleak Falls Barrow, we discovered that body that had a note on it referring to Crag's Lane and a bunch of dead Pit Wolves. Well, Pit Wolves we killed, but after they mauled the guy who was trying to catch them. Time check. Okay, 3 a.m. in the morning. Okay, we need to get back. Stay out of the light. Okay, Maul is still there. He clearly has no idea that anything's happened. Okay, let's slip through the light here. Back we go. Crag's Lane is a location that we've seen associated with the Pit Wolves, which we've encountered at Falder's Tooth as well. Now we see that the pit wolves and the gambling is also associated with skooma, which would make sense. Gambling and drugs kind of go hand in hand, do they not? Slip back in here. I would say this is a time when living in a fisherman's shack is quite a convenience. You can even towel off. Right. Let's get back inside and figure this out. All right, we did it. Now we're going to keep the lights out. We've got a new location now. Crag's Lane is the next link in the chain that we need to follow. But we need to talk to the Jarl first. We need to let her know that this is dealt with. Hopefully we'll get her blessing to continue this pursuit. We also have to be aware that doing these things in absolute secret is super important, right? Because we know that Maven is associated with these operations. If she gets wind that we're striking out against her in any way, you know, that could mean something terrible for Kerway. So we're taking a huge risk, but Ettient doesn't really have any other choices at this point. He has to follow the chain, follow the evidence where it leads. If he's going to have, you know, any hope at all of finding Kerway. All right. Take that. All right. Okay, I don't remember if it was our leather box pouch side left or back left. I think it's back left. That was the one we had the conflict with. Okay. Now, we've got to pack away this incriminating gear. And we need to re-equip ourselves, at least temporarily. All right, time check. 4 a.m. We've got to move now. If we want any chance of talking to Layla, we don't have a lot of time to get ourselves back into position. Let's just double check, make sure we've got our Rift and Guard apparel. Yeah, we do. We know that she gets up around 8 a.m., so this is going to be a night with no sleep, but that's why Ettient invested in extra sleep during the day, because we knew that this is probably how it was going to go. All right, so Rift and Guard. Keep the Bandolier. Croesus goes away. The other thing we obviously have to do is make sure we have the right weapon selected. It's all clear. Everything that Ettient undertakes like this creates more risk, you know? And he's very aware of that. All it takes is for him to get caught in the act once. Uh-oh. We have to pretend like we didn't see that guy. We can't get embroiled in an attack on a thief. We got this. Take it the other way. Take it the other way. That's kind of a dicey situation, right? His interest is, you know, in being perceived as an actual guard. If he's not obviously attacking that thief, then it becomes an issue if he's seen doing that. However, if he attacks and kills the thief, it's going to put him in trouble with the guild as well. There's no good way of doing this. But he's got to avoid it. He just has to avoid it, because if the Thieves Guild catches wind that he was involved in killing a thief, it blows his cover as a guard, and Maven finds out it's all done, so he has no choice. All right. Time check. Okay, we made it. Here we are again. For Ettient now, there is definitely the perception of considerably more risk in doing this a second time. Got away with it the first time, but to do it twice seems extremely risky. All right. Well, we're in position, so now we wait. Six. One more. 8, and it'll be 8 a.m. There she is. Ma'am.
What can I speak? I wish to hear everything my subjects have to say.
Oh, we've got a witness this time. Who is this? Is he gonna go around us? Oh, shit. Will he continue on? Ah, come on. Give me my camera.
Good journey to you.
He's gone. Hey,
I'm waiting.
Sarthis Idrin has been taken care of.
It's nice to receive good news for a change.
Right.
Did you recover anything else from the warehouse worth mentioning?
Yeah, listen. We found the source for the skooma.
Then there's no time to lose. It won't take long for Sarthis' associates to learn of his death. The source of the poison must be destroyed once and for all. Otherwise, another dealer will simply take his place. Do this task for me, and you'll be well on your way to a title in Riften.
Which is exactly what I don't want. Listen, I'll make sure it's done.
Good. Report back to me when your task is complete.
Right.
Good journey to you.
Okay, so as far as she knows, she's had 2 conversations with a guard about the skooma thing. So even Layla or herself has no perception that the Hound is in any way involved, which is exactly how we need it to be. All right. Oh man, what's going on now? Is everybody going? All right. We need to make it look good. We need to make it look like we're an active participant in whatever this thing is going on. I'll go around this way and try and flank him, because I don't want to get hit by an arrow, and because I really don't want to get involved. If he comes this way, I've got this covered. Yes, that's it. Is it over? Okay, it must be over. All right. I feel like we made a good show of it, at least. All right. Okay, that guard in the back alley is gone. That one's there, but they're not looking. Let's get out of here. Oh my gosh. Stressful. We can't do that too many more times and expect to pull it off successfully, so Ettient is painfully aware that right now he's pushing his luck big time. Okay. Rejuvenation, da-da-da-da-da. Okay, that all looks good. All right. Let's move out. All right, we've got a target. We've got a mission. Crag's Lane. All right, so we go back to the fishing shack. We get together the things we need, and we get ready to embark on a raid. All right, firstly, let's get rid of stuff we don't need. Okay. All right, anything we need to put away here? This guard uniform. We'll stash that. No point in bringing that with us. We've got all of our kind of standard gear here that we need. Miscellaneous stuff. We're probably going to have to camp out. We've got all of our camping options. Camping gear. Some firewood that could probably be left here. All right. We better bring the cloak just in case we hit some bad weather and we're going to need the backpack. All right, and then we've confiscated all these gems recently from all these unfortunate thieves. So I've never seen so many thieves getting killed in Riften. I mean, every single night somebody's died. Okay, I'm going to stash these ingots as well. Don't really need them. Our backpack. All right. That about does it. Let's check out our food situation. We're okay on food. In fact, we've got too much of it. So we can replenish our food stores now here. Store the butter, carrots. We don't need 13 cheese wedges. Okay. The Nord mead. We don't need that. All the potatoes. That can stay. Red apples. We'll take a few for the road. Sacks of flour. No. Tomatoes are kind of staples. Alright. So that leaves us with some potato soup, some apples, some cheese, and some water. We're going to need some protein, so we'll take all this pheasant breast. Before we go, we'll cook it up. And this will be our trail food, I guess. All right. So everything is secure and we are ready to go. Time check. All right, it's 9:41 a.m. We have been up most of the night, are probably pretty tired, but we have to hit the road now. So we are going to do that. I want to thank you, everybody, for joining me on this leg of Etienne's adventures. And I will see you next time.